Hello and welcome to the Banter FC podcast, the show where we discuss Premier League football. Today we're joined by Nash and Joey on that side. We're here to talk about, we're going to start with the Champions League because that was midweek action. And I think the first game we're going to talk about is Liverpool versus Midgetland. Yeah, right, it's Midgetland, right?
Michelin.
Oh, Midgetland. Yeah,
No,
something like
it's
that.
Midgetland.
Okay, just power through.
Anyway, so Liverpool won. How much did they win by?
2-0.
Okay, I don't watch the Champions League because Arsenal won the Champions League. You guys can talk about it. Did you all play a whole new team?
We switched it up later. We played different team in the start and then we switched it up later.
Oh, okay. Your thoughts on the game? Since-
Yota, I think Yota has been so good for us. He scored.
He what?
He scored.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Why is this such an awkward interview?
What
Talk about
was-
the match.
What was the final score?
it was 2-0.
Okay.
And
how
who
did your
scored the
team
other
play?
one?
Oh my God, Nash.
It was a very scrappy win. There was nothing much to talk about.
Oh, okay.
It was like we got
Then
a
say that. No, Liverpool beat Midgetland 2-0. Yota played well. Let's go move on to United versus Leipzig. Joey, do you want to talk about United versus Leipzig?
Yeah, because it was a good game. The guys actually worked hard, and for some reason, Nagelsmann was the one who seemed like his tactics were off, and his face was showing the feeling that he cannot shake it off, like he didn't know how to change the game for himself. But then again, United, everybody put in a good performance individually. Hats off to Rashford on his hat trick. He did a really good job coming off the bench. I think that's the kind of United we want to see, and that we aspire that they can do so much better. And with regards to that match, that's all that I'm going to say. And also, again, annoyed that Van de Beek was still on the bench. So they won. There's nothing I can.
What are
complain
you
about now.
doing? I was gonna pass out, dude. Sorry, Joey.
It's okay. He's a little kinky tonight.
Sorry, what were you saying?
Yeah, that's it. All in all, good display. I still wanted to see Van de Beek play his part. Individual performances were great, and that's the kind of United displays that we need to see week in week out. So
Um,
that's it.
I want to talk about a very important thing in that game.
Okay.
Now, did anyone see the suit the Leipzig manager was wearing?
Hey, yeah, man. Like, I didn't think it was that bad.
I think it was pretty dapper, and
I
like,
mean, it
for-
didn't matter. Let him wear what he wants
Yeah.
to wear.
I
Dude.
just found it really funny.
Why are you being so like? People can wear what they want to wear. You're wearing a sex mask today. We don't judge you on your kinkiness.
I'm a little judged
anime
because I'm
mask,
missing
brother.
out
All
on the
those
on the
anime
festivities. I'm judging Nash a little bit.
Yeah, like who has this kind of mask? Like, what is this? Look at this. It's like a little hole over here for like cunnilingus or something. I don't know.
Oh my god.
Whatever helps Nash, dude. We'll only find out later.
Okay, sorry. Nash, can you take over, please?
Yes, so now we move on into the Premier League. And the first game that we have to talk about is Man City versus Sheffield United.
Okay.
So what did you guys think about the game? Do you guys like, because of City's performance in the Champions League, they look really good in the Champions League. They dominated the whole game.
Who did they play in the Champions League?
Shakhtar?
Oh, really?
Yeah, Marseille.
Marseille.
Ah,
not
Marseille,
Shakhtar.
okay.
Shakhtar is in Real Madrid's group.
So confused.
But they dominated both the games. They won the Champions League game 3-0, and even though the Sheffield score was just 1-0, they dominated the whole game.
Did they?
Yeah.
I mean, for a team like City to win against Sheffield, who by the way have not won a single Premier League game so far, for them to struggle against this team is a little like bleh. You know, because like of the riches of they have like an embarrassment of riches in terms of attacking football, and they're supposed to do better. You just expect them to do better. Like 1-0 doesn't seem like a
But
lot.
the striker is injured. Do you not cut them any slack in regards to that?
But it's one striker, no? Like that whole team still has like so many attacking riches. They should be doing better, shouldn't they? I that's what I think at least. But yeah, like a narrow victory against Sheffield, who have struggled, is just it's quite. But then that just sums up City's season so far.
Yeah.
Joey, sorry, do you have anything to add on that?
I didn't watch the match, but I still agree with you. They shouldn't have just gone by one goal. You would expect them, or if things were really that bad, it could have been an upset. Like Sheffield could have gotten the what they came for. But yeah, City is also going down. That's why since the start of the season, I've just kept City and United together because for some reason they are the losers of this season so far, at least.
But do you guys think we are being too harsh at times? Because especially in the Premier League, we want big teams like City just because they have a really good squad to thrash other teams every game.
I get it.
But the small results, they matter more than the big thrashing.
They might, but you know what? So here's the thing, right? Like I don't mind a win. Like it's great that they won, but you look at someone like Chelsea who still lose games as well and draw games as well, but when they win emphatically.
Yeah.
And we're yet to see that from City this season. It has been a struggle throughout. Like all their games have been a struggle. And like given the star quality in that team, man for man, on paper, do you think City has obviously the better team, right?
Yeah.
Any day of the week
Yeah.
you'd pick them to win. So they should be dominating that game with goals as well. And that is why I'm saying what I'm saying. And that brings me to Chelsea, right? Chelsea won what, 3-0?
Also,
3-0,
what about Sheffield? Sheffield doesn't look like the team they looked last season.
No, not at all, not at all. And I think a lot of that is down to Dean Henderson not being there, but also just overall maybe it's just the whole.
Also, the players who shined for them last season, they're not looking like they're missing that spark.
I mean, we've seen this happen a lot in the Premier League, where teams that have done well one season just fall off the boil. So it shouldn't be surprising, and considering that they've lost a couple of star players, I guess it's expected.
But I think with City, it is Guardiola that's setting the tone for his players. Like usually, like if I bring up United, all seems completely way off from where his players are on match day. But you can see it on Guardiola's face that he's either struggling or he's kind of indifferent to the results of the matches.
Yeah, and we have spoken about that already. I
But
mean, I don't want to bang
he
the
was
same drum.
asked in the interview if he would go back to manage Barcelona, and he said he's retired as the coach of Barcelona.
I genuinely thought that was a stupid question by the journalist. As a former journalist, I just thought it was a stupid. It was, which manager? Like while you're in contract with a company, why would you say yeah I'm looking to dream? Like unless you're Paul Pogba and says it's my dream to play for Real Madrid. Like no one else will say that because you're under contract, dude. Just like you're not even like leaving in like a month or so. It's like
But
the
do you
whole
think,
season
like-
still just started.
But don't you think that saying that I've retired as a manager of Barcelona?
No, I wouldn't put too much stock into it. It's like so many managers say so many things. It's just a very stupid question by the journalist. I blame the journalist. Chelsea 3-0, right? That was a good game.
Is this the Chelsea we've been waiting for?
Fuck,
Is
dude.
this-
Like I told, Hakim Ziyech comes in and scores and makes Chelsea look better. Him, Pulisic, this Chelsea team looks really good.
Yeah. Do you think this is the first time we've seen Chelsea like after the signings? Like is this the team that we were looking forward to?
Poss-
All the signings they made?
This is the team we were scared of when we started the season. I think what has really, like, yes, their attacking football is great, but what has made all the difference is the keeper.
Yeah.
4 clean sheets in a row.
The keeper was the biggest change that they needed to make, and I think Ziyech in that team has pushed them further into like I would see if Ziyech played the United game, they would have had a proper handle on it. Like they would have been much more of a threat, and they could have won.
Yeah.
And with Ziyech coming, like that pass to Werner with that goal, Chelsea needs someone like that. Jorginho couldn't do it. I don't think they have any other player who can fit that role to make those kind of passes and to create an assist that way. So Ziyech has been, he's going to be pushing through Chelsea at least till December, and then we see whether that actually makes an impact or no.
Yeah, I thought Chelsea looked really good. But do you want to move on? Move on.
Yeah, anyone wants to talk about like any player that stood out for Chelsea? Ziyech, I guess. Right?
Ziyech, like I was waiting to see Ziyech only because like he was offered to Arsenal last season for 20 million, and Unai Emery said no because he wanted Dennis Suarez. this is anyway.
What happened to Dennis Suarez?
I mean, he tried to play for Arsenal and then his career faded away.
Sorry, who is Dennis Suarez?
Dude, he played for Barcelona.
He was really good.
He was really good, and then he was shit.
I gotta
Anyway.
Google this guy later.
What's the next one?
Liverpool versus West Ham.
Was it Liverpool? I thought we'd talk about. Oh yeah, okay, Liverpool West Ham. Okay,
Calm down. Like we'll get there.
sorry. I wanted to talk about Everton, but Liverpool West Ham. Liverpool won 2-1. I think West Ham deserved a point. They deserved a draw, but Liverpool, just being Liverpool, was so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jota is obviously as of right now, based on form, better than Firmino.
I wouldn't be too hasty to just drop Firmino, but right now you are right. Like Yota's form is much better.
Dude, Jota, and so here's what it is, right? Like West Ham go in front, and they're leading for the game. Liverpool, like any other team, their morale, like especially like I'm talking about my team at least, Arsenal, morale falls down, never attack. I've even seen it with City this season where morale goes down after going behind, don't attack anymore, just like try and make something work. Fucking Liverpool, dude, like they're just attack after attack after attack. Even if they're not scoring, even if they are like skying every chance that they get, they're still attacking. And a lot of that attack comes from the sides, comes from their flanks and their fullbacks, but it's still that they're doing it.
But in this game, I noticed something very different about Liverpool. Usually, our forwards, our front three, each and every one of them, they're always making runs. But this time, they were just like coming and standing next to the defenders. No one was making any runs. So when Jota, he was asked after in the post-match interview, like what's your feeling sitting on the bench and then coming on? He was like, when I was on the bench, the only thing I was thinking of is what way can I go in and what can I do to break that defense? I think to say that, to think about stuff like that, how can I break this defense? And the first thing that he did when he came on, which none of the front three were doing, was he made a run. The first goal he scored, which was then chopped off by VAR, that was a run that he made, and even the second goal.
That was correctly chopped off, just because we've given VAR so much heat.
But I'm just talking about the runs that he was making. No one was making those runs.
True. Do y'all think Jota is like? I know we've spoken about Thiago. I know we've spoken about a couple of other players, but do y'all think Jota is currently the signing of the season?
I wouldn't say signing of the season.
Yeah,
I mean, I like Jota as a player personally, and that's why I was surprised from nowhere. I don't know about you guys if there was any build up to it, but from nowhere Liverpool signed Jota, and I was pissed off because first of all he's an amazing player. At that time obviously we didn't know whether he would click. The other thing I was pissed off is if Jota was available, why did we get Van de Beek?
I mean, we'll get to that. I have thoughts on that as well.
Okay, but that's what
I
I'm
don't think
saying.
United
And
are
right
even
now,
looking at
Jota
Jota.
works best as a super sub, where he can come on and you can rely on him to change the game and to break down defenses. So
league's better than having Minamino come off the bench, right?
yeah, but
I don't know.
Jota is a good player, and I think Liverpool's going to keep him as a super sub for now until they really need to bring him on and start if they have a player injured and stuff. So I think that's Klopp's plan, to keep him back until he really needs him to start.
I suppose, but I feel like right now he offers so much more than Firmino offers. It would be
I think long term he gets better than Firmino. This is what I feel.
Maybe
He's only 23 years old.
But Liverpool also equaled their record of 63 unbeaten home games.
Yeah.
That's great. They're still behind Chelsea, who hold the record, like you said.
86 Chelsea.
The Mourinho era.
Yeah.
The Mourinho era. Yeah.
Everything Chelsea have is because of the Mourinho era, and then came everybody else.
I mean, it's also because of the Abramovich era, because the Mourinho era had Balak and Drogba and Shevchenko.
And
But
Fabregas.
anyway. No, Fabregas came a lot later, but I'm talking about the era where they made this shit happen was when they were just like spending money like mad. The original spenders. What's next?
Next is the downfall. Villa.
He's only asking because he knows.
Okay. No. I thought we were going to go to Everton. I didn't watch the Villa game, I'll be honest. Sorry.
Southampton look good.
They've won 2 games, right, in a row now, 3-0. Sorry, Joe, you were saying?
No, I got the second half. It was pretty good. It was A football game that you could enjoy. Unfortunately,
3-4.
Southampton have. It was Villa Southampton, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Southampton have really starting to pick up. Ings is back in form.
But Ward-Prowse
But the
Hat-trick.
birthday boy, what's his name? Trossard? No.
James Ward-Prowse.
Ward-Prowse, yes, sorry. Birthday boy got 2 goals from 2 free kicks. Like
Three,
I
right?
don't remember
Hat-trick,
the
right?
last time I've seen that.
Was it?
Wasn't it a hat trick? I thought it was a hat trick. Sorry.
No,
my
no.
bad.
2
Okay.
goals from 2 free kicks. So,
Nice.
yeah, hats off to them. They had a good game.
To be fair, when Ward-Prowse first burst onto the scene, he was compared to Beckham.
Okay.
This was way back, yeah. Like they were calling him the next Beckham at that point. So the fact
So
that
was Wilshere compared to
no, Wilshere was never
Scholes
compared to
or
Beckham.
something?
Yeah, he was compared to Scholes.
He was, yeah.
I remember Wilshere saying that Gerrard is like his inspiration and all of that, but whatever, who cares?
Yeah, his career has also gone that way.
Next,
So you'll have nothing. But
I mean,
they
you
were top of the league.
I mean, but we always knew they were going to fall off at some point.
Really? But did you think that it would be so drastic?
Yeah,
Two
because
losses?
there's no depth, right? And now the matches also are coming in like what, 2 a week,
Mhm.
2 or 3 a week. So it's very difficult to keep up with this.
Okay.
It's only the bigger teams that can keep up.
Time to move on to Everton. We were
Everton.
showering so much praise on Everton.
No, but okay, I'll make an excuse for Everton. Okay, they were without Coleman, they were without Lucas Dean, they were without
The James.
James Rodriguez,
Yeah.
and without Richarlison.
They should have been without Pickford too, Medal.
They were
They were
Pickford was
without
on the bench,
Pickford.
bro.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Pickford also was dropped to the bench, and okay, he was sick. He apparently hurt his balls. But yeah, so all these players are out. So Ancelotti changed the system, and this is the problem I have, right? Like they lost, but he changed the system. So he usually plays like a 4-3-3. Now, because of the personnel not there, he played a 4-2-3-1. And that was his downfall because they just got overpowered.
Yeah,
But
and
it was
Calvert-Lewin
against
couldn't find
Newcastle.
space. He couldn't make runs.
Dude.
He was finding it difficult over there as well.
Yeah, and Newcastle are not like to be laughed at, dude.
But yeah, but they should be winning. Like if they want to be top 4 contenders, they should be winning.
But it's to your point. Like, didn't you just say in the last podcast that y'all were like? Did we make the point for Liverpool as well, where we said they missed 4 of their starting players? These people missed 5 of their starting players.
Yeah, but like don't you think they should be grinding out results against Newcastle if we are talking about Everton in top?
It's
4?
really difficult because see, these guys are very early in their transition, right? They have won the games where they've been at full strength. When this was their first game, they haven't been at full strength and they lost.
We are just seeing the old Everton medal.
No. I sympathize. But that brings me to my bigger point, which will bleed into the United game, which is so we've seen Pep guilty of this, we've seen Arteta guilty of this, and now I've seen Ancelotti guilty of this, and to a very large extent Ole, which I will come to. But managers overthinking their tactics. Like, it's great to have tacticians in the league, but I just feel like these guys are now overthinking it a little too much, right? Because there is a case to be made for if it's not broke, don't try and fix it. We saw Pep do this in the Champions League against, who was that, Lyon? Did he play Lyon?
Yeah.
Against Lyon. And then again, towards the start of the season, he was tinkering around and messed it all up. We saw Arteta do that in the last 2 weeks where he played against, Willian as false 9 against Manchester City. And then last week where he tried to play Aubameyang on the right instead of the left. So again, overthinking formations. And now we've seen Ancelotti change his formation just because he didn't have the personnel. When the team is used to a certain system, it's very difficult for them to transition into another system. And this is why I think like managers are starting to overdo it a little bit. I don't know if you guys have any thoughts on that.
Okay, but in the
And I will
case
bring
of
up Ole as
in the
well.
case of Ancelotti, 5 players are out, right? So the 5 players coming
Yeah.
in should obviously adapt to it because they are not starters. So I
So
think
you
that
have
should
to,
not be a big issue for them.
But I mean, if like it's still the bulk of the players, like you're talking about 5 players, right? There are other 6 players who are still used to playing a certain system. and they have been winning with that certain system. It's very difficult to overnight or in a span of 1 week get used to a whole new system.
But I think in Ancelotti's defense, it's like, you rather compromise on your first team players who are very good players who can adapt and still be good in other positions, not the best but good, but rather than get your second string players and play them in positions you're not familiar with at all.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I have no excuse for Pep.
Yeah. Joey?
No, yeah, exactly. I'm not making excuses for them, but on the other hand, they're still professional players, right? They're going to be given a job to do, and it all comes down to getting it done or not.
I think if it comes off, they look like geniuses, and this is the downside.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think, but I just feel like right now they're just overdoing it. Where 1 week they try one formation, and next week they try another formation. Which Ancelotti, yes, okay, may still have like something to fall back on, but the other three don't. And I'm coming to my fourth now, which is Solskjaer. In the Leipzig game, he played a 4-4-2 diamond with the midfield diamond. He tried that today against an Arsenal team, and it didn't work. And
It completely backfired.
yeah, but then the problem was at halftime when he had the chance to change it, and he did change it, right? Because as soon as they finished halftime, instead of playing a 4-4-2 diamond, they played a 4-3-3 with 3 front forwards, right? And instead of the 3 in the midfield were 2 central midfielders and 1 central defensive midfielder in Fred. And then he took off Fred and brought on Matic. When, I mean, you're at your home stadium, bring on Van de Beek. And he brought him on later, but had he brought him on just a little bit earlier when United were on top of that game, like United would have, like that was the time United looked the best in that whole game.
Exactly.
But I feel it's more than that. Like they were just set up not to be aggressive.
No, but that's because the initial tactics didn't work.
Yeah.
Like honestly, it's great to take this and go to a Champions League match where, yes, Leipzig is a good team, but they're arguably much weaker than what they were last season.
Definitely.
Yeah, so you can beat them with that. You can't bring it to an Arsenal team that is known to sit back and defend and try and hit you on the counter. And then because Luke Shaw, I mean, Van Bissaka is still really good, but Luke Shaw just cannot deal with floating wing backs. And I think that was their undoing in the first half. And then the second half, by the time he brought on Van de Beek, and who else did he bring on? He brought on one more player. I can't remember.
He took off Greenwood and brought on Cavani.
Brought on who?
Cavani.
Okay, yeah. So I really like, and Van de Beek showed that. Like the minute he came on, he had this really hard shot which hit 2 Arsenal players and then hit the post. So it just blew my mind that United was setting up so defensively, or just like he had the chance to change it, and I feel like that gave the match away.
I think if you're a top 4 team, there's no excuse for you playing this way at home. Away, fine, like you can do, like but at home you should show that, like you should be like, this is my house.
Okay, Joey, any thoughts on the United side of things for this match?
I have a lot of thoughts. First of all, when it comes to tactics, I think Ole doesn't do the changes well. So whatever,
Did you call him a
Ole does
tactical
his part.
genius last week?
I mean, like whatever, halftime he could have made something happen. And then we've already spoken about how we don't know how he's handling that stuff. But what I was disappointed today was that change where he put Rashford and Greenwood up front, and was Pogba behind him on the left. Yeah, again, Pogba is still not running up front. That's supposed to be his preferred position. Okay, and if you're going to put Rashford up front, that means you're not going to allow him to make runs. You're going to want him to kill the game off and create up front. What Rashford does well right now is from the left, cut in and make his own chances. If you're going to take that away from him, what else do you expect from the rest of the players? Which, by the way, everybody seems like they're not being pushed or they're not motivated at all to the rest. The starting 20 minutes, they were just sitting back and letting Arsenal literally was...
The first 20 minutes were really bad.
I mean, it says something about United's midfield when Mohamed El Neni, an Egyptian who cost us 4 million, is bossing the midfield that has Bruno Fernandes, Fred, McTominay, and Paul Pogba.
Exactly. And
My God, dude! Like, and this is a man who was playing for Besiktas last season. Like, he was bossing the midfield today with obviously Thomas Partey, who will come to. But yeah, it looked quite bad.
that was the most disappointing part. Like I don't want to keep riding on Solskjaer because for whatever reason he sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But right now the players are seeming like they're completely out of it. The penalty for Arsenal. Uh, why was Pogba there? Where was Luke Shaw? Like where is everybody who's supposed to be in their zones?
Ooh, I have a very
So was
interesting.
probably still in the halfway line running back.
No, I have a very interesting stat for y'all. So, it seems Paul Pogba this season has given away more penalties than he has made key passes. He's given away 2 penalties, he's made 1 key pass into the final third of
Okay, but coming to Paul Pogba, like how long do you all give this guy? His best position at
Dude,
United right
Paul
now is on the
Pogba was
bench.
done last season. Paul Pogba was done last season. Just towards the end of that season, everyone rode that gravy train of, oh yeah, because they were winning 5 and 6,
Yeah.
whatever nil. But they were winning against the smaller teams and there was no pressure. The minute there is pressure, I told you guys, Bruno Fernandes, Paul Pogba, the minute there's pressure, they start disappearing in matches. The
But
only guy who
honestly,
performs is Rashford.
honestly it's not. I wouldn't say Bruno Fernandes. He also puts in the work, but the problem is that you cannot expect him to make the runs like Rashford does. He needs to be open and he needs to find other players and for them to make space for themselves. He cannot do that and create space for himself.
But he doesn't need to create space for himself. You expect Bruno Fernandes to create chances, right? But he
Yeah,
wasn't
but-
even getting on the ball.
No, he was getting on
Do
the
you-
ball, but the other thing is nobody's running
disappeared for
up
the most
front.
part, sorry.
All these passes were tracking back. Like how do you expect a
I
player
sort
to
of-
create something when you keep tracking back?
I sort of agree with Joey on this, as in like Bruno Fernandes does try a lot. I see him like he's always trying. Do you think this is because like we see him lost in some games? Do you think it's because of the tactics?
I don't. I genuinely don't. I feel like when there is an opportunity, like this is where, this is where I don't want to say. This is where Henderson's importance comes in, right? Because you're looking at a central midfielder who's always, even if he's having a stinker of a game, even if nothing's happening, he's still on the ball. And we saw this today. Like I remember saying that Arsenal was missing a player like that, but today we saw 2 players do that, which was Thomas Partey and Mo Elneny do that. Where and we to be fair, I even saw this last game with Leicester where whenever the Arsenal players were passing the ball around, Thomas Partey was just like putting his hands up in the air and frustrated at them that he was not giving him the ball. Right? So you need that one player. So whether it's Pogba or whether it's Fernandes, you need that one player, one midfielder to always like be available for the pass, dude, because
Yeah.
you're the connection between the defense and the attack. If you're not on the ball, there is no transition.
Exactly.
You're not going to go to attack. So, which is why I feel like if both of them tend to disappear, and this is where Mata is like really, really good, and this is why I'm really surprised y'all don't play Mata as much as y'all should, because Mata is still on the ball. Yes, he plays more on the left side, but he's always available for that pass.
And
maybe
that's why he
experience
helps
in the Premier
Bruno
League.
or Pogba or,
Yes.
or any other player.
He actually enables them flourish. So yeah,
But
and
yeah.
it doesn't help that McTominay can't pick a pass to save his life, right? Like he's a great defensive midfielder, but when he has to pick a pass, he just can't do that.
But that's
But,
what I
I
expected
wanna-
from Matic. Like, why is Pogba tracking back? Pogba should be the one to push forward. He's the only player who has that physicality to push forward.
But to be fair, there was no one else there when Pogba was there. There was no one else, like that whole area. There was
Exactly.
So much
Where are the people? Where are the defenders? Where is Luke Shaw?
still running back.
Eating a batata.
No, but like
Sorry, I'm one to talk. I'm just like him in the batata vada phase,
Like,
maybe
I-
more. But I mean, you're a professional athlete, dude.
I want to ask Joey this as a United fan now. Like, where do you think your club as a whole go? Because like for the last 2 years, it's like a roller coaster. You'll go up and then you'll go down, and you'll
No,
go
but
up
again,
and
see,
you'll go
I'm not
down.
going to talk about the club and management and even the manager
Yeah.
right now. Today's game was clearly on the players. They were
Even the
completely
tactics were
switched
wrong,
off.
though,
They were
today's
not
game.
motivated. And
Even the tactics were wrong today's game. I'd say there's no like you don't
no,
set your
I
team up to
don't
play
really
that way
say
at home.
I don't really think it's the tactics. You know why? Because when they went up front and they made chances, they couldn't hold the ball. United usually does that. They'll hold the ball and they keep playing side to side. They couldn't even do that.
Joe, you're holding on to a very old idea of United.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
This season, United have not done it. This season, they have scored 2 goals at home. This season, your home form is piss poor. And it's not just this game, it has been all the games, all the home games.
I
this
know,
season.
but I'm saying, see, even otherwise, where they could hold the ball and move side to side, even that's what they did with Chelsea. Just move side. They couldn't even do that today. Losing possession, no motivation to track back. And what else you want me to complain about? It was just a really
That-
bad match. And I'm
You know
surprised
what,
that we
like
only got
every-
off with conceding 1 goal. We could have conceded at least 3, 4.
At least 4. At least 4. We had 4 chances to kill the game off.
Yeah.
Lacazette kicked the air instead of kicking the ball.
That was a touch someone.
But I mean, you expect him to take a touch and finish it because he was like, before the ball had even reached him, his leg is up and ready to kick the ball. I'm like, dude, just calm down.
And-
Bukayo Saka had a free header and he put it very high. Aubameyang didn't stretch enough to take that Bellerin cross. We could have won 4-0 easy.
And what the two things that pissed me off today was okay. First thing, coming back to Nagelsmann in his suit, Arteta was so dapper today with his suit as well, and
Ever,
all just
always,
comes out with
always.
his sports jacket. I'm like,
Always.
really, dude, you're just gonna go and the other thing is he just sits there. He doesn't come out to yell at the team until like what, the 70th minute.
Okay, read my notes. Nash, read my notes on the United game. Read my notes. Do you want me to scroll down?
Yes.
Can you see it? Can you see it?
Yes.
What does it say?
Robbed.
No. The Arteta, the United game. Can you see the United game notes?
No.
Now? Ah, wait, I can't see. Okay, here. Where is it?
The diamond, the second half.
Oh shit, I didn't put it. Okay, so one of the points I wanted to
Wow,
make
such
was
a waste of time.
no. But one of the points I wanted to make was Arteta playing FIFA with the players on the field, like in the match. Like, and I remembered it only because you brought it up about this guy Ole not doing anything, because Arteta was screaming at his players, and he was like so when Gabriel had the ball, who also had a great game, right?
Yeah.
Gabriel had the ball. He was like El Neni. Gabriel passes it to El Neni. When El Neni got the ball, he was like Pate, and then he passes it to Pate. Like, he was telling them which pass to make, and they were making those passes. It was literally like he's controlling the field and making it move.
That's why that's my thing. That's why I'm talking about tactics at United. As in, when I'm saying like every team has like this pattern of playing. Like that's what Arteta tells his team. Like when when say Partey gets the ball, he has 2 players. I'm sure he tells him you should look out for these 2 players, and that will be your next part. The thing with United is like the thing why they can't play quick passes. They're not aggressive. Is as soon as one player gets the ball, they're looking like oh, this guy there, that guy there. There's no pattern. They just.
So, you know what you're saying is very similar to something Thierry Henry said about Pep Guardiola's Barcelona. He said this on Sky Sports way back when he was playing with them. He was like, Pep would drill them so much, right, that they were told, they were even encouraged to not even look. They were told, like, because the players were drilled so much what position to take, they could just play blind passes and know that the man is there to receive that pass.
In the Premier League, which is the best team that, at least from my point of view, used to do it. Like even as a rival fan, I used to love watching them. Was like Wenger's Arsenal. Like there's certain goals. They used to have so many passes, but they were so well orchestrated. It was like a symphony, and it was so nice to watch. And the end goal was just a tap in.
Sure. Okay, sorry, I'm going to take some time off the United game because, fuck, dude, Thomas Partey, man, like for the first time in years,
Y'all have a midfielder.
we have a midfielder who bossed this game, and not just making good passes. He was fucking behind, heading the ball, defending, sliding, intercepting, and then making those passes, and then doing everything like. Oh, like I'm usually very wary of making like superstars out of one game because literally it's just one game. But he looked really good.
Yeah, Metal tissue. Wipe your tears.
Well,
You've been
he did.
waiting for this. Like,
He
can
did.
we have a decent midfielder?
Yeah, like really. And like it just sucks that now we have like you can see the spine, right? Because it's Gabriel, it's Partey, and then it's Aubameyang. If we just had that one more player in the central attacking spot or in the central midfield spot who could play with a little bit more creativity, that would be a spine. That would make us a top 4 team. We're still one player away from a top 4 team currently because Gabriel alone is holding that defense. I mean, imagine Gabriel is making Mustafi look good. Mustafi! Yeah, sorry, I just wanted to take some time off because first time in a long time Arsenal has given me something to be happy about.
Yeah, but also coming to United's thing is it's like I feel like when we judge managers or a team and like where the team is going, one of the most important things to look at, you look at any team who's been in the top 4 consistently, who's won the Premier League, one thing they all share in common is they have very, very good home records. The first thing when a new manager comes to a place, when he like his plan is to make your home as a fortress. Like every team says that, and if you can't do that, like if you can't have enough confidence to win at your home stadium, where like no matter which team comes, you have like we want to win this game. You don't look at draws, anything. I think that's where you set up, and like for United, it's a very worrying sign that their home form is so bad.
But I feel like it will change the minute Teles comes in.
You think so?
Yeah, like because Wan-Bissaka is so strong on the other side. I feel like the minute Teles comes in, I feel like they'll play like they'll depend on their wing backs a lot more to bomb forward. So that'll make a big difference for them.
And I think we
But he's
also need
tested.
to give Pogba some time out to keep Fred there with Bruno and Van de Beek and see how that
Yeah.
works out.
I think you should just
Bring
sell
Rashford to
Pogba.
the left, and we have Cavani. Put Cavani up front. He's has so much of experience. I don't think we'll need to struggle with him. And with passes from people like Rashford or even Tellers with his height, we won't have to worry on about depending on Maguire for head balls from set pieces.
But Maguire is really, really good in the air. Like he dominates the air, dude.
Yeah,
He missed a goal today, right?
but Cavani is also good with headers in the box. We just need to give him time. Like Van de Beek, we're giving Cavani 10-20 minutes hardly on the pitch.
I cannot understand the Van de Beek signing. But let's move on. I think we've spoken enough about United and Arsenal.
Yes, Meryl. So now, as Mourinho would be,
I can't even see it. Wait, what did you do? Whatever, bro. Whatever.
but even I predicted. I thought that Brighton would win today. Gareth Bale coming and scoring the winner.
First of all, Tottenham did not deserve that penalty, okay? That opening penalty was not theirs. And then Brighton also deserved a penalty. That guy was pulled down in the box, but he didn't get it. Whatever the fuck. Tottenham won, and I'll admit that in that first opening, like until they got that first goal, they were playing some really good football. That's all I can say about Tottenham. I mean, I still don't take them seriously, but whatever.
How good do you all think Gareth Bale is going to be for the second half of the season? I think this first half he'll just be like getting back to fitness.
I mean, I don't know if the game was supposed to be a draw, if everybody felt like it, but I think Spurs actually pushed through, and that connection between Reguilon and Bale with that cross was just perfect.
Bale medal. How good do you think he's going to be?
He's not going to
It's not gonna
comment on
matter.
Spurs much.
No, I'm going to comment. You want me to comment? I'll comment
Okay.
on Spurs. I don't give a shit.
Did you
Spurs
watch
is
the
shit.
match?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I think they're going to win a cup this season, and I think they are one of like for top 4 teams, they are one of like the biggest threat this season.
Yeah,
For
even
the
if they
top
don't win
four
any
spots.
Top four.
silverware, I think Spurs
four.
are
No
like
silverware.
top 4 material right now.
Not even a cup.
Top 4, no silverware.
Yeah, top 4, no
No
silverware. Yeah. Unless they can
Joey
push through the
changes
Europa
tune
League.
every week.
Last week
Every week, Joey changes his tune about Tottenham. No silverware.
No, they'll win a cup.
Top
They'll
4.
win a cup.
Even why? Why do you think they'll win a cup, dude?
I feel they'll win a cup. this season. It's time, dude. It's been long enough.
You don't know anything, dude.
I mean, with the last two matches also, Everton, Aston Villa have come down, so I'm still
it is
holding
just
out
a
on.
matter of time.
I'm still
It is
holding
just a
out.
matter. And like they're already showing signs, right? In the Europa League, they lost to that
Mm-hmm.
team from God alone knows
Yeah.
where the fuck that team was from. What did Mourinho say about his players?
He said he would have subbed all 11 of them if he had the choice. And then I read this quote on the internet saying that Mourinho parks his bus and throws his players underneath.
Yeah, so then that
Dude,
that kind of nullifies it because if his players are under the bus, it doesn't move. So
I'm telling you, Mourinho is gonna combust, and this whole Tottenham experiment that is happening and everyone's getting on this hype train is going to come down.
again,
What do you think about
Trust me.
we're not disagreeing with you.
didn't
It
believe
could
me when I
happen,
told
but
y'all
not
about-
this season.
You guys didn't believe me when I told you all about United going through that little upward curve. And it will still continue, by the way, United's upward curve, because next they play Everton. And it's going to continue. But I'm telling you, this is going to happen. Tottenham are going to fuck up. And they're going to fuck up so badly, then they'll be like, oh, we were so close and now we lost and all of that. All that shit will come.
Okay,
They're gonna
anyways,
cup, I
I
think.
remember
But,
we were discussing a few days back about United and consistency. So what they don't have right now is consistency. So it's always going to be up and down with them.
I think what United don't have is a plan. In games, I don't know. Sometimes they're just
No,
like,
no, the plan
what
is
do we
there.
do?
It's not public. The plan is to only try to get top four and be mediocre.
No, I'm
right
saying
now.
the game plan. In games, sometimes they just feel so lost. The team.
See, I think as a club, they're just waiting for this whole European Super League to happen.
That is a big if, and that's like, you
Yeah.
can't wait for that to happen to save you as a club.
And
The
I
other
mean,
clubs are
the
gonna
fans
chew them raw in that
can't be bothered
competition.
much about it. But from an investment point of view, yeah.
I actually told Nash this the other day. If the European Super League happens, I think I'll just stop watching club football.
Yeah, it's just so depressing. It's
Yeah,
just-
because it won't be the same. It won't be the club I fell in love with,
yeah.
and it won't be the league I fell in love with. So I'll probably just like give it up. Probably have more time to
It's
do
a
some
really
stuff.
sad thing. Like how much greed do these people have? Like they already make so much money,
Yeah,
and now they just want to kill off all competition. Then what's the point?
yeah.
Like like I like seeing clubs like Villa, Burnley, Leeds come up, and Leicester having the season they have in the Premier League, winning the Premier League. That's why I watch the Premier League. And if they're going to take all of that away and have all these clubs which are just rich fight it out, then it's so stupid.
Yeah, but that all these arguments were made before, right? When all these big companies started buying clubs and being owners. Like at that time, they were saying things like this are going to happen, but it is
No,
what it
but
is.
No, but
foreign ownership actually saved
Yeah.
the English
they were
Premier
in
League.
debt.
Yeah,
The
but
English Premier League was
but
just
this
as
is the
bad
trade-off.
as
This
the
is the
Spanish
cost right now.
league. The cost isn't this. The cost is American greed more than anything else. It wasn't foreign
Yeah,
ownership
but
as such.
I mean, that's where all the people's finances are, right? Whether you're an Arab or Chinese or Thai, all your investments are in American stuff. So,
No, I don't quite agree with that.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, just throw away if that European League happens. I think I'm just gonna stop. It's gonna be so sad because now I don't do anything on the weekends except watch football, and then there'll be nothing to do.
anyways, it just got so sad. Even the skull, I feel a tear right here.
Yeah, wait, we were talking about Tottenham. Do you think Dele Alli's future is over? Like,
Dude,
career
Mourinho
is
does
over?
this. Like Mourinho does this with every club that he
Mourinho
goes
always
to.
has that one victim when he is managing.
Yeah, it's one scapegoat that he does.
He was a really good player though. Too.
Yeah, he does this to like legends, dude. He did that to Casillas.
He did it
What
to
is Dele
Pogba.
Alli? I mean, Pogba showing his true colors anyway.
I have no sympathy for Pogba. He's not shown us anything in the Premier League.
What
At best, he'll just give one good pass and then disappear for the whole season. Not even the next few games, the whole season. And then his injuries and the time he's missing from the squad and are just so questionable. I don't know.
But Pogba has given us something that the Premier League never had before.
What? Oh my god.
Please slap him. Nash, slap him for me.
Penguin has lost its pebble.
Oh God! Okay, sorry. I put my earphones on again and go back in my duck
I think
costume.
Pogba is the French Neymar.
It's not a duck, it's a penguin.
Whatever, bro.
Get your facts straight, dude.
My penguin costume. Okay, happy. Yeah, but Pogba has given us a good dab. He also taught Jesse Lingard how to dance. Where is Jesse Lingard? Is he still injured?
I don't know, ask
He's
Jones.
with Phil Jones, chilling.
All of them have just gone somewhere. Okay, let's move on.
This is it, dude. That was the last game.
Yeah, predictions for next week.
Oh yeah, predictions for next week.
Scroll down
Wait,
here,
before-
dude. I have it written.
Before that, I want to give a shout out to Nathaniel Phillips, who came on for Liverpool.
Mm-hmm.
He was supposed to go on loan. His loan move fell through, and then just coming in your first team, like in your first team, becoming the man of the match, performing better than Joe Gomez, and he was just like so commanding. He was barking orders at everyone. It was really good to see.
Yeah,
What a
dude, but
player.
Joe Gomez, he's not meant to fill in any of those defensive spots at Liverpool right now.
Yeah, Joe Gomez is not making me miss Lovren anymore. Right? I still feel that he will come through. Like I feel there are like he can still get, like improve. I feel.
Yeah, we always have this hope with homegrown players.
Yeah, probably it's that.
I mean, that's how I felt about Lingard and Andreas Pereira. But look at them now. You can't see them. That's why.
You don't have them, dude.
Dude, what? You're blind. See, you're making me take off my costume first of all.
Please, you don't even know the difference between a duck and a penguin.
Yeah.
And you,
Predictions for next week. Okay.
and
Just
you
gonna
made
take this off
Nash
now.
waste
is
time
one
to
week
read
off.
something that wasn't even there before. You're losing it,
No,
dude.
no, it was a note that I had made. I forgot it. Okay. Everton versus United. Predictions.
Oh, I don't know.
No.
I think Everton is winning.
Why? How much?
They rested all their players.
They didn't rest their players. Their players are banned or
Yeah,
injured.
but that's rest only.
Wait,
right?
wait,
No,
wait.
it's not back.
Everton at home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then United could lose that one.
United will win this.
You think they'll win against Everton? I hope they do. Everton are higher up the table than them.
United will win this. Only because like Everton will still miss Richarlison. I don't know if Lucas Dean is back. I don't know if Seamus Coleman's back. I don't know if
I think Carlo will have a plan.
James Rodriguez is not back yet. I think United will win this. Chelsea versus Sheffield.
Chelsea.
This poor Sheffield, dude. Do they even have a single point?
I think
They do.
but
They do.
They have a point.
They've not won a game. I think they've drawn a
Check
game.
They've
this.
drawn,
I
yeah,
think
they have 1 point. So do Fulham.
Maybe they have drawn against each other.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, they both have 1 point. Even Burnley is with them.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's very hard to bet against Chelsea right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, West Brom versus Tottenham.
Spurs.
Yeah.
West Brom. West
Just
Brom.
because.
Of course. Yeah.
West Brom are going to win this game. I'm going to trash Tottenham. No. Maybe like West Brom will edge this game out if VAR helps them a little bit.
Not even a draw.
Yeah,
No,
but
no, not even
if we
better,
start
right?
thinking about all that, we'll never be done with predictions.
No. Man City versus Liverpool.
Liverpool.
City should win.
City will win.
Yeah, our defense is so bad, dude. It's so bad. I feel
Joey said Liverpool.
Yeah, I said Liverpool
I feel-
because I don't want City to win. It's like catch-22 for me. But I think Liverpool are in better form. They are more motivated, and because
be
they
after the
seem
international
better on
break, right?
paper right now.
Next week.
No international break?
The week after that. Is
Yeah.
City. I think Liverpool will thrash City.
What?
I think Liverpool will thrash City.
You know our defenders who? There's no Fabinho.
No,
Jurgen Klopp will want to make a statement.
they could probably thrash, but not as well as they did last season.
Thrashing is too much, Melvin.
3-0.
Thrashing is too much.
Liverpool will win by 3 goals. You have to be a little bold there in these predictions. You can't just be like safe and
I
shit.
feel like City will win.
What are you
Okay.
drinking?
Arsenal versus Aston Villa. I'm drinking coffee.
You just need to cut down on that.
Shut up. Arsenal versus Aston Villa.
Aston Villa.
I feel really. I feel Aston Villa's drop continues.
Okay.
Arsenal to win.
But Arsenal's not like United to pick themselves up, so
Oh, shots fired.
Aston Villa's on a down form. Could be
And
drawn.
Arsenal is on an upward form. I think so Villa have a better midfield. And that is where the game will be won. But so did United and they fucked up. So
It's at home, dude. It's Arsenal's home.
yeah, dude, but I'm just gonna say Arsenal will win.
And by the way, the Liverpool game is at City's home. Okay, it's thrashing and all that you're talking about.
maybe it'll be like a 2-1 Arsenal. By the way, do you all know who has the best defensive record in the league?
Arsenal.
Yeah. Imagine
David
have
Luiz.
some shave David
Yet.
Luiz.
Yet.
Hey man, what 6 games, 7 games in?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Arsenal have the best defense in the league yet.
But they've played all the big teams, and they've managed to survive.
Okay, so before that it was Aston Villa.
And then they got thrashed.
Yeah,
You
so
have played
hence
with
the word
Chelsea?
yet.
Chelsea the only big team we haven't played.
And you will meet them at a very bad time.
We'll meet them at a very bad time when they're in form. To be fair, I thought we were meeting United at a very bad time
Look like it.
because they were like scoring goals for fun.
No, dude,
Yeah.
Champions League is a different, I don't know, parallel universe or some shit for this United team right now.
Do you still think they can go on to win? Like
I thought our
Europa?
Champions League campaign this season would be bad. I couldn't be more wrong right now. Because I thought they would still focus on the league.
Okay, not to be negative here. How much of those Champions League wins were because the teams were bad as well?
Both of them. More PSG than RP Leipzig though.
Right? Yeah, even I thought PSG were quite bad.
PSG is such a diva.
You think it's that? So I've noticed this with quite a few teams, and like when the expectation is on them and they lose, it's very difficult to bounce back. So we've seen that with Spurs last season, right? Last season, where they went to the Champions League final, they came back they lost the Champions League final. They came back and they had a piss season. At least for those first 6, 7, no, not 6, 7, maybe 4 months or something.
They just lost.
Yeah,
them
they just
all.
couldn't do it, right?
Yeah.
You're seeing that with City now, where everyone expected them to win, and then gone.
I think it's too early to judge City still.
Dude, we're 6 games in. They've played small teams. They've not even played the big teams.
Yeah, but you know,
But
like
it's been-
once
City
they
have
are-
not had one tough game, dude.
Yeah,
But
but once they're in form, you know, they can just blow away everyone.
Maybe, but I mean, these are, like I said, like we make the same case for United too. These are your bread and butter games. If
Yeah.
you're not going to win these, how are you going to grow? How are you going to challenge the title? Where are City now in the table?
I don't even know this.
Ninth.
Like
Exactly.
but they have a game in hand.
One game in hand.
Yeah,
Yeah,
even
6
United,
games
but
they
that
can
one
just
game is not
bounce
going to
back
make a
on
big
top.
difference.
Yeah, one
United
game.
are in 15th place with 7 points, and Liverpool is what 15.
Then
Liverpool
you're
is-
already more than.
Liverpool is first, dude. So right now, it's only so Burnley, Fulham, West Ham, United, Leeds, City. Wait, this is outdated. This is not outdated.
Yeah, what are you talking? What
these
are
are,
you
these
reading
are the
from?
games who've just played 6 games,
Oh,
and so even Aston Villa has a game in hand.
Yeah, we have to play Aston Villa, and City have to play someone. I think City, Aston Villa, Burnley, United. These 4 teams have played only 5 games.
Yeah, so keeping that in mind, right now first is Liverpool, second is Spurs. So the first points are 16, Spurs are on 14, Everton, Southampton 13, and Wolves 13.
okay.
Chelsea are on 12 and they've played 7 games. That's a surprise. Aston Villa are on 12 points and they have a game to play. So 15, they would be second if they won that.
If they won.
Yeah.
Very difficult.
Arsenal are equal with Everton 12, but 7 games played. City are 11 with 6 games. Yeah, that's bad, right? For
It
their
is.
standards, yeah.
It is. It's less than 2 points a game.
United have a game in hand and they're at 7-ish.
Yeah, because we won one, we drew two, and we lost two. Right?
Yeah, your goal difference is like -4. Oh, you all got thrashed like us. That makes sense. Our goal difference is also 2.
Yeah, I just.
But that's the thing about United, right? What goes through each player's mindset when you've been thrashed 6-1? Like, isn't that motivation enough to bounce back, to try to be consistent? What are the talks that they're having to motivate each other? What kind of a plan is Solskjaer setting up for them so that he's cool enough to just give them instructions and sit back on the bench like everything is fine? It reminds me of that meme with the dog saying everything is fine and there's all fire around him.
Okay, I'm just not saying this just because I'm a Liverpool fan, but and then after the interview when Spurs thrashed them, he was smiling. After like when we were thrashed by Aston Villa,
It's not
I heard
only
that
the
Klopp-
interviews. Derby matches used to be like WrestleMania and stuff. Like there used to be so much of competition and passion. That's what Roy Keane also brought up today. First of all, they are not motivated. Secondly, they are satisfied with whatever result comes, whether lose badly or even draw. There's
But
no.
if your leader, your manager itself is not taking it seriously and laughing after the loss, and how can you expect the players? Like,
Yeah,
what
and
would they do?
always showering praise. Nobody is doing anything bad.
There. Now you've hit the nail on the
Yeah.
head. And this is why I've kept quiet all this time, is because the minute United string like 2 wins together, everyone in the world is like, oh, they're back. They're going to win.
Yeah.
They're going to do this. They're going to do that. And then that's it. And then they show their true colors. And then again, everyone's like, oh, there is like a. People don't want to accept that United are in transition or that United are going backwards and need to rebuild. That is the problem. Until you accept that y'all are not a
Do you
big
think-
team anymore.
Do you think with them, like instead of like their problem is that instead of laying a foundation, they're just going for all these stars and just hoping for for a quick fix and it's not working?
No, I think Solskjaer was brought in to fix and to cement that
But he's the
structure
wrong
and
person to
foundation.
do.
But he seems like he does know what he's doing. It's like when you put too much of sand in cement, it doesn't settle, and he's just adding sand onto God knows what.
I feel a good rebuilder would be Ancelotti is really good. Look at the stuff he's doing at Everton. Poch, I don't know how he's not.
Yeah, I'm very
picked up.
surprised Poch doesn't have another job. Like, even if it's not United, I'm very surprised he doesn't have another job.
He's going to be on Sky Sports with Jamie Carragher, I think this week.
No, next week.
Oh.
Yeah, so it'll be
For next
That'll be
week's
interesting.
matches.
Yeah,
For the City and Liverpool match also, I think he'll be there.
yeah.
But this is the transition, and what I was discussing with Oswald also today. If Poch is the guy that United want while he's available, because if he finally gets a club that is not United and they need to replace Solskjaer, who do they go to? Who's there? Who's
Did we bring
remaining?
this up like on the second podcast?
Yeah.
On the second podcast, we brought this up.
Yeah.
And still holds too. City are looking very shaky. Pep's future, even though he's
And
saying
yeah,
he
there are
wants to
so
stay,
many
doesn't
clubs
look
that
like it.
need a new manager. Like I would say Barcelona. I don't think they'll be happy with Barcelona being 12th after 5-6 games. They could want to also get someone like Poch. City, yes. Real also, just in case they want to shake things up. But I don't know, they are on top right now.
PSG or Juve also could do with Poch.
I'd like to see Poch at PSG actually.
No, he doesn't
Like,
seem
I
like
just
a
want
PSG
PSG
manager.
to win something. I want PSG to win like a Champions League. I really do. I don't know why.
I'd rather Tottenham win it than PSG.
I would rather like I want City or PSG to win like something.
Why?
Just Like, I don't know. It's
That's
just
like asking for the European Super League, dude. You just want these people to just splash the cash.
no,
and
it's
just-
not that. I don't know. There's some. I don't know
Do
why.
you
For some reason, I
want the
want.
team or do you want the managers to win? Because I think from City point of view, you would want Pep to
Oh
get a
no!
Champions League. You want the
I
team.
actually hate Pep. I hate Pep.
Why?
I actually hate Pep. I don't know. It's just something about him. I just don't like Pep. Because, and I think I've said this on the podcast as well. Because in my head, Pep has not built. Pep has spent and got. Right. So that's why I don't rate Pep. Like I know he plays great attacking football, blah blah. But fuck you, man. You've not built a team. When you build a team, that time you talk. Like that's why I like Klopp and that's why I like Wenger and that's why I like. Yeah, I have like immense respect for even Ferguson in that way because they've not spent money and they've built from the ground up. Like, Pep has not done that. Pep has always gone to a league where the team that has won the league, he's managed them. And like he shat the bed with Bayern, he couldn't win the Champions League there. He came to City, couldn't win the Champions League here. Now he can't even win the league with City after spending so much. So
To be fair, they've just not won it for one season. Well, they might still win it for this season. So
you think so?
anything can happen to this season. Is
No.
so crazy.
Please, don't be stupid. This season.
What if in Jan they just go and get Messi or someone?
But that's the plan, right? In Jan to get Messi.
I don't know, with the whole.
No, now that president
retiring,
also
yeah.
left, so I don't think Messi
Right
will
now,
leave
yeah.
anymore. Someday Messi will be the president of Barcelona.
Nah.
He already is. Feels like.
Yeah, he's like the dormant president right now.
I don't think so. I mean, the new president that comes in obviously will not want to keep so much of power with one player that he can.
Dude, I'm sure all the presidents that come by want to do that, but no one can do that. Like, you take Messi out of Barcelona, that team is shambles. That team is so bad. Like you're talking about like we are talking about how United are suffering.
Mhm.
Like Real Madrid and Barcelona are not ready to accept that they are also declining.
Mhm.
I guess this is all the time we have.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
this is all the time we have. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe.
The sad
Halloween.
news of United kind of broke my day. Can't even
Is it sad?
can't even show my face right now. Oh, this is my face.
Please show all your support to Joey by subscribing and liking the video.
I mean, if you are a United fan and you're watching this, then yeah, please support Joey. If you're not a United fan and if you're watching this, support us because we enjoy this.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye bye.